Taking requests for fart sounds.
Yeah.
Taking requests for fart sounds.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Man, I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
And now, the Hey Poopy Podcast with Dave and Ellen.
Yes,
Hey everybody, it's dump day.
it's the dump day.
It is. And this is episode 55, but it'll always be number 2 to us. And this is Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave,
and Ellen.
and we're very excited to have a really special guest.
Yes.
Oh, so special.
Phil Evans is in the house.
Phil
Yes.
Evans from Body and Pole, who
Yes.
has helped me with my workout regime in the past year, and I'm very thankful.
Glad to help.
And I told him about
Yeah.
the podcast, and he's been I don't know necessarily if you listen to every episode, but you're a fan of the idea.
I'm a
we
huge
love
fan.
fans.
I'm a huge fan. And like I mentioned earlier, since you mentioned you've been doing this podcast, in my mind, you're now on par with like a doctor. So
This is true.
literally every time I see Ellen, she'll be like, "Oh, Philip, it's so good to see you." And without any like cordial introduction, I immediately jump right into like, "Here's how my poop's doing. Here's how my cat's poop's doing."
Yeah.
Like,
Tell
let's
me
talk
all
about my
about your
butthole.
butthole.
Yeah, it's had a journey.
Yeah. I love talking about your butthole.
We're like calling Dr. Poopy.
Yeah, it's had a very interesting few months too. It hasn't been boring.
Aww.
Well, that's good. Boring is the worst.
Oh yeah. It's gonna write quite the autobiography someday.
What my butthole has to say.
Yeah, Simon and Schuster. Let's hit
Yeah.
them up. So, yes, but like anything else, like our show, we always check in with our guests first. So how have your poops been?
My poops have been good. They've been back to like a really great place, which is good. Should I pick a number off the chart?
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
of course.
So I've been for like the last week living in like a soft 3, which is described as looking as corn on the cob, but maybe like an overboiled corn on the cob, like a weak husk.
That's good.
Yes.
4 is the like gold standard, but 3 is also a very good one.
4 definitely looks special. Like
Yeah.
I would aspire to have more 4s in my
Yeah.
life, but
Fortunately, have like sparkles and like stickers
yeah.
all over it.
I mean, there's glitter in my 3, but I don't think that's necessarily like a health thing.
4 is the no push, no wipe, meaning it just falls out of you, and when you wipe, there's nothing on the toilet paper. It's like an animal shit in the wood.
Never had that. Ever.
I think maybe I had, but it could have been a dream. Like it feels so magical and elusive. I'm not even sure.
It's super elusive. The no white part, I'm like, I don't get. Sliding out, I'm like, there's got to be some kind of cleanup.
There has to be like a test wipe too. Like there's never no wipe.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like
going to roll those dice.
Yes, we are not animals, even though technically
I mean,
we are.
apparently
Yeah.
Ellen just gets up from the bowl, doesn't even like
no,
look back.
I always wipe.
That's
but
so cocky.
No.
You're like, I don't even look at it. I just like
I
know
always
that.
wipe. I just like pat and see nothing,
know.
and I'm on my way.
Oh, bless you.
But I also have a
know.
bidet too, so I squirt, clean.
That the
pat.
bidet has saved my life.
Yeah, you guys have the gun, right?
Yeah, we have the wand where it's like it almost. I think when people come, they get really confused because it looks like a douche that we have like attached to our toilet.
Oh.
But it's just like ergonomically designed.
Yeah.
So you can just like get in there.
Clean.
A bum
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
A bum gun. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah.
Bum gun.
We have like very lucky buttholes in our house. We have the spray gun, we have the wipes, we have like high grade toilet paper.
It is so crazy that like, yeah, again, I say this all the time, but like when I go to places that don't have a bidet, it drives me crazy.
It bothers me. I look forward to it.
Yeah, it's just like, I was like,
It's
oh my God, I thought the board blew up.
Sorry, that was
No, it's okay.
that's my alarm to wake up from my nap yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Are you awake? Are you here?
Oh,
He's
I hope
dreaming.
so.
I was dreaming.
This is all a big dream.
Oh my God.
What about you, Dave? How your poo-poo been?
Well, yesterday, this podcast comes out at a certain time. That is not yesterday, but
Yeah.
it was Ellen's birthday yesterday
It was.
as this recording. And my wife had her Super Boob burlesque show. And I got a little drunk last night. Well, not like super.
Okay.
I just, like I said, I don't really drink that much during the week, but Friday I'm like, I had a long week and I'm like, I'm going to have some rosé. and I drank a little too much rosé.
I also gave you some mushrooms too.
She gave me some mushrooms. So then this
You
morning,
were the only one who wanted to eat mushrooms with me on my birthday, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I would have had more, but I had to work the soundboard and everything.
You were also, yeah.
Because I would have fucked that up even more royally than I already did. But so yeah, I had a couple days ago. I had like a really nice, awesome, solid 4. Like I mean, a really great one.
The Holy Grail.
Yeah, and then this morning I woke up and I had to take the biggest piss ever. It was insane. I felt like it just didn't end. And then the second I finished, I'm like, I got to take a shit. And then it just came out like it was so gross.
When
like,
you were peeing, were you standing?
Yeah.
And then you like
then I'm like, I gotta
turn around.
Yeah,
and
I was like, oh, I gotta take a shit now.
Which number was it?
It was.
Help us out.
I don't even know if it was a number. It wasn't like liquid.
It was off the scales.
It just came. It was like spray, like just like fucking like just
a splatter poo.
It's imagine like a number 1, but not like hard.
Like a sneeze.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of like a number 1, but not hard or anything. It just was a gross blast of
That's
just
a bummer.
nastiness. And I just remember sitting there with my hands in my head in my hands, like, what the fuck?
The kind of poop that makes you question all your life choices.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I shouldn't have drank that much, and I didn't get home till super late. I didn't go for my run this morning, so it was all my body was just like, what are we doing here? And I was a little hungover, not like hungover, but I definitely felt a little weird at like 7 o'clock.
Because you were
in the
helping
morning.
me celebrate.
It was fun. No regrets, but that shit was pretty bad.
My goodness.
It was. I mean, it left remnants everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I was so ashamed.
A poopy sneeze that leaves you like feeling ashamed and questioning all of your life choices, like a full existential crisis.
It was exactly like a sneeze, but just out the back end. And they just kept coming. It was just bad. Thank God for my bidet.
Did you have a messy Nessie?
No,
Did
it was not
like,
a mess. It
come
was just
up?
like, no, it didn't come up. It just like, it was
A Nessie
everywhere.
Nessie?
So a Nessie is what we just coined, thanks to the brilliant Ryan Keeley, is when you make a poo and it like comes out of the water like a Loch Ness monster. But a messy Nessie is when it's like so much dew, it's like an iceberg that pokes out of the water, which I usually, not usually do, but I've done a lot where it's just like such a massive pile that it breaks water.
So we're thinking it's either like a massive pile, like a pyramid, and then the other one is where it pops up like a whale breaching to get air.
Yes, it's like
like it's buoyant, so
Yes.
it gives you a boop.
Well, I know there's something about buoyant floating turds. We gotta like figure that out.
Yeah.
But I don't get them that often.
I
There's
don't think
like
I've ever had one
something
of those before.
when they're like bloop bloop.
It's supposed to be solid and drop.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think they have some kind of air in
Mine
them.
was neither messy nor it was messy. There was not a Nessie. It was just like a Jackson Pollock. Like
Whoa.
it was bad.
Like
you had
a
to
Pollock.
use the
Yeah.
toilet brush afterwards because you were like,
Luckily, I when it started happening, I flushed immediately. So I think it just like the
Helped.
swirl kind of like caught everything. But it was bad. I was like sitting there, just like, what the fuck, man. Like,
What is
I
my
bet
life?
the mushrooms had something to do with it too, because mushrooms always loosen my stew.
This was like at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, rosé and mushrooms sounds like you're gonna crack the bowl.
And I did have like a little
7
veggie.
o'clock. Like we left at like 1:30.
Yeah.
So you probably had like 5 hours of sleep
Yeah.
before this explosion.
I loaded my body up with like vitamins and a bunch of stuff when I got home, and then 7 o'clock I was just like
And then you're
bam,
like, yeah.
horrible. Then again like later on like like at 10. So anyway, I was having some pretty bad shits today.
Oh, it's-
And you had twice already today.
Oh yeah, like
Wow.
easily. I'll probably go again today after this.
High five.
Yeah, I mean I
I'm
guess.
the opposite.
Oh, you're backed up again?
Yeah. I have recently been squeezing out rabbit pellets, Bristol ones, sometimes a little bigger than a rabbit pellet, but basically, and it's like feels like there's something substantial there, and then when I shit it out, it's like my cats are making bigger turds than me.
oh, that's a bummer.
It's such a bummer. So like 2 nights ago before my birthday, I was like, fuck this shit. So I took a Swiss crisp before I went to bed, and I woke up on my birthday and pinched out some rabbit pellets, which I was so disappointed about. Then had my coffee, and then I made this beautiful Bristol 4 thanks to the Swiss crisp. And I was
Oh.
like, my birthday has miracles.
I got the text from her.
I did.
You got the text.
She was
Yeah.
like, I took a huge number 4. I'm like, great.
Birthday miracle. But then today I ate mushrooms last night. I drank tequila. I ate buffalo wings, a bunch of celery, Brussels sprouts. I ate pretty good last night, or at least good to where it should be shooting out of my colon like
Yeah.
You
thunder.
loaded that cannon. You're ready to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
pinched off some rabbit pellets again today.
I don't know, man.
I'm fucking pissed.
I'm sorry.
I need to get.
Well, if you want, I just ordered some. I got my papaya enzymes.
Oh,
today.
I've been chewing
you
on
want
those,
some-
but I've been forgetting. I also have got some organic psyllium husk, and I've been trying to down that. So I want to do that like 3 times a day. I just keep forgetting.
Yeah.
What is wrong?
Ellen's, you're a mess.
I am a mess. Every week, it's like a different story. What my gut is.
I mean, I don't like it, but I kind of like it because I'm like, it's like a story. It's like, what's going to happen with Ellen's
I mean, this is what the
bowel
podcast
movements?
is for.
Exactly. What
It's a
adventure has
mystery.
my asshole gone on this week?
I wish I had some kind of like Scooby-Doo mystery theme song I could just play underneath that. Like,
Yeah.
ding.
Oh, it does need its own theme music.
My ass
And now it's time to
does.
talk about bum bum bum.
Yeah, exactly.
Ellen's poop.
Boom, boom, boom.
Or the Law and Order sound.
Or no, how about this? It could go like this.
It actually literally sounds like that.
That's the Price is Right song, right?
Yeah.
That's the like, oh.
That is my
It's
asshole
sorry
every
you
day.
lost.
Yeah. That was $1 over.
Okay. All right. Well, look. We'll figure out something for you. A program, a regimen.
I know. My birthday was yesterday, and all I wish on my birthday is for solid, lovely 4s.
Yeah.
2020.
You
It's
have the
amazing
one.
it's amazing what you need or want when you get older.
Yeah, right?
I know.
You know,
I want a pony.
solid-
I want a convertible. I just want like a good year of 4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a solid bowel movement. That's all.
Yeah. Like a wipeless glitter poop.
I want 8 hours of sleep. I want a gorgeous shit. I want to eat healthy. I want to go to bed early. I know those are all like so sexy when you're in your older
Yeah.
years. I
I'm
got
with
8
you.
hours of sleep
That's
last
hot.
night.
Stop.
Woo!
Stop.
You're turning me
It's
on.
too much.
Well, that was a pretty nice check-in. I
It
like
was.
that.
Yeah.
So, Phil, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? How are your poops?
Well, my name is Phillip. I manage the largest and most acclaimed pole and aerial studio in the U.S., Body and Pole.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm also a pole dancer and a hand balancer, so I perform sometimes and I teach. I am also a human being that processes food into feces.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
feel like I have a lot of relevance.
Oh,
for this
completely.
moment, yeah.
You're our target demo.
Yeah, this is it. You found me.
Yes. And we booked your fiance for an episode in a couple weeks, and
Yes.
I'm really excited for like hearing one person's point of view and the other living in small quarters.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be
I've-
very cute.
I've been sworn to secret. There's some things where he's made me promise I won't. I can allude to things, like I'm going to
Right.
give you some nice teasers, but we've had quite the month with some stomach flus and things, so
Oh,
there's
shit.
we have some moments
Oh, my God.
to
We
discuss.
should do is like after we interview the both of you, then we should have you both on again and do some kind of poopy newlywed game. Like, just like try to describe. Oh, that would be so good. I got to figure that out.
he said this, but he said
Yeah.
this.
Exactly.
Yes.
How was Philip's poop today?
Oh my God. Yes. Holy shit. We're going to make that happen.
We
He
also-
says he used the bun gum, but he doesn't.
I love it.
So funny.
Well,
So
sorry.
with that, tell us some stories.
Well, this is actually an interesting time in my life, poop wise.
Ooh.
Probably it was about 3 months ago. At that moment in my life, I was like this adult person who has never shit themselves or sharted, and I was very cocky and very proud of that, as many people are. And I would
Yeah.
I would look down on the others that have had that experience in their lives. But since that moment, it started with, I'm going to go deep, just so you know. I have no
Please.
abashedness, but I had anal warts.
Uh-huh.
And I got them surgically removed, which is a thing that happens. It's not super fun. The doctor referred to the procedure as slash and burn.
That sounds evil.
slash and burn.
Yes, it was very aggressive.
That sounds like a military, strike.
I am happy I did it, but my asshole was very sad for many weeks. But the day I got the surgery, that you're on all these medications, you haven't eaten for a amount of time, you're only eating certain things. You're also kind of afraid to poop. So I went the whole day without after the procedure, and I'm asleep that night, and I have this dream that I'm at a carnival trying on clothing, and then someone at the carnival warns me that the clothing has been laced with a laxative. And then I spend the rest of the dream trying to find a bathroom, and I wake up and I have like full on shit myself with my like poor sad, scarred butthole, and that's the first time I shit myself as an adult human. That's like this is in bed on top of that too, and this is the moment where like everything spirals out of control. Basically, this is where I've opened a new chapter of my life.
That shitless streak came to an end.
It did. I had 32 gorgeous streak-free years, and now I'm just like burning through these briefs. Like
32. Wait, you're 32 years old?
Yes.
Well, those first couple years, you were streaking your diapers a lot. So
that's true, but that's
so
like,
let's like give it.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and
yeah. I had a good
You had a good run.
a
Yeah.
good.
You were like the Cal
Potty.
Ripken of not shitting your pants.
I know, and then I guess that's a sports thing. So I guess I broke my ankle of pants
Yeah.
shitting, and now my career is over.
Pretty much.
It's not over. It's just redefined.
Yes, exactly. Now I think there'll probably be like a rating of pants shitting where it's like today was only a 3 and it's a good day.
And I've talked about the HPV vaccine on this podcast many a times before. People get it.
Yes, and
They
you have,
said in the UK it's almost completely eradicated. Like nobody's has HPV because everybody's been getting the.
That was the
vaccine.
Netherlands.
that's like
Oh,
magic.
Netherlands!
Yeah, I
I
posted that,
lied. Yeah.
Yes.
But, like,
Almost
if-
eradicated.
yeah.
But yeah.
You have me convinced. I have another physical in March, so I can use the last of my insurance, and I'm basically I want the HPV vaccine. I want
Yes.
every vaccine they
Yes.
possibly have.
Yeah.
I want to be
Just
invincible.
Yes.
Just put it in one giant syringe and just give it to me.
Exactly. Just
Just put everything in there.
1,000 needles. Let's
Yeah.
go.
And you and I are both in like monogamous relationships.
Yeah.
Still do it. Do it. Like even if you're monogamous, people don't pretend like this is not a thing.
If I could avoid another like slash and burn scenario, great.
Yes.
That's if as a warning to anyone watching or listening, I guess because you're probably not watching, get that vaccine so you can
Yes.
avoid the slash and burn.
Yes.
That's
No more slash and burn.
That's what you have to put on the
But that's
posters. to
basically
sell
why
that.
a whole pap smear is a thing for gynecologists and women because
Yeah.
of HPV only. Like it's like so it's a real thing. People get vaccinated.
I have to get that. All right. I guess I should get that. I don't know.
That should be the next episode. Is like
Yeah.
everyone going to get their
Yeah.
vaccine together.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I did mine last year, so I'm not going to hold your hand through that because nobody
No, it's
held
okay.
my hand.
Yeah. It's cold.
I'm like,
It's
Doctor,
cold in these streets.
I'm like, Dr. Casano, I'm gonna make an appointment and
Yeah.
you're gonna walk me through this.
yeah.
Just do it.
She's like, you're too old for that shit. Nah. Anyway, but sorry.
But yeah, so your butt has been through.
It's been through it. Well, after that, like I guess the next most interesting poop thing is that for a procedure like that, they give you painkillers. They give you OxyContin.
And that
which is-
constipates you.
Which constipates you,
Yeah.
and then it's the most painful poops of your entire life.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes, there was definitely like a lot of times I was just sitting on the toilet sobbing, questioning all my life choices.
But you
and then taking
probably-
more oxy.
yeah. To
and
get
then-
through the fucking pain of the fucking
So
Yeah.
can
constipation.
we back up after they slashed and burned? Do they tell you something like, please don't poop for the next 48 hours or something? Like, is there because they
No.
probably don't want you to.
There's, I mean, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like you can't really
It's
stop
if anything, I feel like before the procedure, they were like, the doctor was like a little vague. He kind of like led me to believe it wasn't going to be quite as painful as it was, and that it's just going to be like, you're going to get over it in about a week. And then
A week is even a long time.
after the procedure, yeah, I mean, the week is a long time, but it took me about 3 to feel like
3 weeks?
Yeah, it took me 3 weeks to get to like
Shit.
a happy place.
Wow.
Shit, indeed.
Oh my
Oh.
god,
Yeah.
that's like my worst nightmare right there.
Yeah, it's,
But that's like
it's rough.
Like if you skin your arm or like skin your knee and you hit it with something over and over and over again, you're like, "Good motherfucker, why do I keep hitting my knee?" This is your asshole that you use.
Precisely. It's like
It's
it's like
like-
if you skin your knee and then you have to like poop through that hole
Yes.
while it heals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm like freaked out right now, but that's like I do not want to happen.
Yeah, it's-
I
and
feel,
also
I feel
is-
for you. I really do.
You could probably like hear it in the tone of my voice as a listener, but I am like a gay bottom. So it's also, there's that to deal with, like 3 weeks of like no sex and my entire sexual identity
Is this
being like a
on pause?
piece of bologna that was in a weed whacker or something. Like it's, yeah, it's
Yeah, but
sad.
you have a loving partner.
I do, who is very patient and very kind.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Wow.
he was very
Aw.
sweet.
Bologna in a weed whacker.
It's I was so sad. I was so
Yeah,
sad.
no, that sucks.
Just taking oxys and painful poops for
So
3 weeks.
When you
Oh.
woke up from the dream and you realized, were you just like, what the fuck?
Well, first of all, there was a smell, and I live with my cat that has IBS.
Oh.
So it's not uncommon to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, there's a horrible smell. Oh, that silly cat. So I kind of like push the cat away, and then I turn over, and there was like I don't know how to describe it. It was like the turning over was like a little bit like more lubricated, you know? Like I felt like, oh, these sheets are so smooth and warm. And then I'm still kind of groggy because I'm still like on a lot of painkillers, and it's been like a long day. And then I kind of like move back over, and it's more of like a swish. And then I realize I'm like, I have to investigate this. So I get up.
And was your partner in the bed?
Yes, and luckily this is a moment that he slept through.
Oh God!
So we live in a studio apartment too. So I like go to the bathroom and like clean myself up and like finish off what was left of me, and then I like quadruple bag this like underwear, and like it's like 3 a.m. and I'm recovering from surgery. You didn't get it on the sheets. I didn't get it on the sheets.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
I was like layered, so there was like briefs and things on.
Good.
And then I like just hid this like bag of disgusting feces underwear in the kitchen trash, where it's like out of sight, out of mind. And then the next morning, like Jason's like, "How you feeling?" And I'm like, "I mean, I'm okay, except like, funny story. I had this carnival dream and like full on shit my pants." And he's like,
what?
What? Like he had no idea this happened. So he's like having this realization that this whole other world is going on while he's asleep. and then the first thing he asks is like, "And where's all of your like underwear?" And I'm like, "It's in the kitchen trash." He's like, "That's disgusting."
Mm-hmm. You're like, it's 3:00 in the morning, man. Like,
I know exactly. I was like,
just be lucky that I had the wherewithal to like put that away.
Exactly. I think my response was something like, I had surgery. Like,
yeah.
Like, how dare you?
Yes,
I would have said the same thing. I'm like, yeah.
And then I probably made a comment like, "We're engaged. You asked me. You chose this life
for better or for worse.
This is your life now."
Oh, I had to on my honeymoon. Tiny was sick, and then we went up going to this like clinic, and then I forgot the exact thing. She had this like crazy like insane cramps, and then the guy's like in Spanish. My Spanish is horrible, but her Spanish was like non-existent, so at least I could kind of communicate with this guy. And I basically had to like take a swab and help her like in her butt, like so they were doing every kind of diagnostic test, and he's like, "Oh, you should go in there and do it." I'm like. It was so funny because
also I love that the doctor was like, "You do it."
Yeah, but it's back and forth. I'm like, at first I'm like, is this guy asking me to like take a swab in my wife's butt? Because like I thought maybe I misunderstood.
I don't know Spanish at all, so I don't know what those words could sound like.
It took me forever to figure out what he wanted me to do. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing, and I was like, yeah, for better for worse, like.
And there you go. That's why there's the vows.
And that's true love.
Yeah.
Not this like, oh, you're so beautiful, like lovey-dovey.
It's the stuff you don't post on Instagram that makes for a lasting relationship.
Yes.
It's the butt swabs.
Yeah.
We've talked about this many times.
Totally.
Yeah, the anal surgeries and the butt swabs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if your partner shit their pants, you help them clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's real
you
love.
Just do it. Like you don't think like, oh, fuck this shit.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, like no, that person's an asshole, whoever does that.
Yeah. His shit is my shit. It's all
exactly.
there.
Exactly.
God, I feel like I'm writing our vows right now. Yeah. He's going to be so disappointed.
Your shit is my shit. Oh my God. Please say that.
At
some point.
How do I make a comment about how wiping someone's ass is like releasing doves or something? How do I make that sound really romantic at the same time?
My asshole problems are now your asshole problems.
Yeah. That sounds almost like threatening. That's like dropping a mic afterwards. Shablam.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Chewing on Mike.
Oh, good. Get your snacks.
Of course, we're eating while we're talking about poo, but what else do we do?
Again, loading the cannon.
Yes.
What other kind of stories do you have?
Yeah, you said you might have some work-related stories, which I'm dying to know.
Yes. So I work at Body and Pole. It's like a large, beautiful pole and aerial space. I'm fortunate.
3 stories.
3 stories, yes, it's huge. It's like 10,000 square feet, 200 classes a week. It's like no joke.
Oh my God.
So there's a lot of people coming and going. I think we average like 800 unique visits a day. Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. There's
Maybe
a lot of
week.
people.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. There's 4 bathrooms. It's wild.
I only know about 3. I need to know where the 4th bathroom
There's
is.
2 upstairs and 2. They're all right next to each other.
Oh, I only thought there was 1 upstairs and 2 downstairs.
There's 2 upstairs too.
I'm
You didn't look hard enough.
I'm a dingleberry.
Apparently, there's like a secret bathroom.
Oh.
Yes. Nothing super gross considering how many people we go through, and people are generally very respectful of the space. But the toilets frequently clog because of creative flushable choices, we could say. The most common is in all the rooms there's like a towel about the size of a washcloth, and you use it to like wipe down the apparatus before you like do something on the pole, so you make sure it's not greasy. And a lot of times those end up in the bathrooms, and for any number of unimaginable reasons someone decides they have to flush it.
What?
It's for, I don't know what it saw and what it knows and why it needs to go away, but they flush it down the toilet.
No!
Like a washcloth and like a non-commercial grade toilet flushed, it's
Wow.
clogged. It's like a whole thing. You have to bust out the auger. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. Auger.
Oh, he knows about the auger.
Yeah.
Oh, I know about the auger. It's
But
the auger knows about me. It's,
Yeah.
we have a
But
connection.
you like auger it not knowing, and then you pull out the washcloth.
Yeah, it's sometimes, most of the time nothing comes out, but then every now and then there's like something special attached to the end of
my
it because
God.
it's pretty intense. There's also been any like an uncountable amount of like feminine products, and again there's like a big trash can next to the toilet, but again
And I've been there. There's signs everywhere saying "Do not flush" stuff.
and that's why there's signs, because people see a toilet that's not theirs and they just assume that it's somehow significantly
Exactly.
stronger than their own toilet. I don't know. And then my favorite, which has like I'm sure a whole story connected to it, is that a pack of laxatives came out once. Like someone, I don't know if they decided that was the day they didn't need them anymore, or maybe they like
They
seriously
flushed a packet,
a box of laxative
a
pills.
box,
Yeah, so
a
I don't-
cardboard box.
like they really didn't understand how it worked, and they were like, "There, flush it, problem solved."
What?
Poop comes soon. No, it's I don't know.
So, look, I'm done with you, laxative.
Yeah, I was thinking it's either like they were dramatically done with it and the trash can wasn't good enough, or that they were very confused and they were like, "You just flush it down the toilet." And that's how you poop.
I mean, unfortunately, it might be the latter because people are really fucking stupid.
It is, and I wish them the best, but that was, I mean, for being the least best part of my job, like having to pull things out of the toilet, it was definitely like the most memorable moment.
That's
Totally.
crazy.
yeah.
But it's
person
never
that-
clogged with poo.
I feel like if it was, that'd be the moment that nothing came off the auger. Like I feel like
okay.
that's like it just like rotor roots it out and it
Yeah.
goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the hard tangible things like the towels and the boxes of laxatives.
A person that flushes a box of laxatives probably thinks you can get coronavirus from drinking Corona beer. So I'm just gonna say that they're a special person
I wish them the best of luck with probably their only sober week not drinking
completely.
Coronas. So
because, like, that's insane. Like, who is like a like just admit, I just want to know. I want to go through this thought process of that. Like, you know what? There's a toilet right there. We'll just dump this thing in here.
this has been like years ago, and I've definitely like it's been one of those things on the train where it'll come in my mind and I come up with like 1,000 scenarios.
Yeah,
Like
you can really go crazy. Like, just trying to like reverse engineer that decision.
yeah, it's like, is it possible it was by accident? Were they like, not today, I'm done? Or like, there's something there.
Yeah.
If for some reason you're listening and you flushed a box of laxatives trying on a toilet at Body and Pull in Chelsea, New York City, I'm very curious.
Yeah,
You can send-
email us.
Yeah, we're
and-
very curious too. Exactly.
Yeah.
Please email us anonymously.
Yeah, we promise not to divulge your information. We don't even have to tell people, but
Yeah. Use a fake name. I don't care. Or
It's-
no name.
it's like the Lindbergh baby. I just gotta know.
Me too. Wow. I actually, in the last episode, complained that I was at Body and Pull. I didn't say Body and Pull, but now
But
I
here it's
am.
out.
That I went
Ellen
into.
was the one who's flushed the
I'm the
laxatives.
lax. No.
Oh, and this is why I'm here. To take complaints
She's
about
like,
Body and Pull.
I have a confession to make.
Yeah. No, but I was there the last time I was there. I went into the bathroom to pee, and the girl who came out obviously hovered and peed all over the toilet seat. And I'm a hoverer too, but I always wipe that shit off. And so I was like, really, bitch? Like, come. I just saw you leave the bathroom. Like, be.
Again, working in a place that's like a lady dominated space, that's actually like really common. Like that's really, that wasn't like poop related, so I didn't mention it, but that's like that happens all the time.
No, but it's like people treat you. We always say on this podcast, treat a public bathroom, even if it's at a private pole studio, but treat a bathroom besides your home bathroom like your home bathroom, period.
Yeah.
Like,
or a newborn baby.
yeah.
Exactly.
Treat it well because other people have to use that and it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That says so much about society already. There's
Totally.
always that seat peer out there.
And
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've pinched off some low set body and pole, but I have made sure to spray,
Yeah.
to take care of the business. So when I leave that room, nobody knows better.
Yeah, they have
Is it
like
a single stall, like just like a
Yeah.
door, like one room? Like
it's almost like a home bathroom.
Okay.
So that you like have it's like a whole experience. There's a
Gotcha.
door, there's a fan, there's a sink.
Okay.
You have like all your privacy.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Totally. Yeah, there's that one bathroom upstairs that has the urinal that has a sign on it that's dusty because obviously that urinal has never worked. And it says do not use.
It actually went out of commission about a year ago, and it's like I'm probably the only person who's ever even used it.
Oh.
Like I'm the one who realized it was broken, and then actually they're getting ready to redo the bathrooms completely, so it's going to be
Ooh.
fixed hopefully by the end of next month.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's New York City contractors. We'll see.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Well,
Tech on
by
there
the end of
6
the
months
month.
Yeah,
at least.
install 6 more broken urinals and still
It's
not
like,
fix the one.
oh, yeah, we found out there's I don't know, too much sunlight in here to do the work,
Yeah.
so we're going to have to wait till it gets a little
There's
darker.
a urinal ghost. We have to get
Yeah.
a priest in here
Exactly.
to bless it. It's going to cost a lot of money, a lot of time.
amazing. Well, I'm sad there hasn't been a more dramatic story, but I'm glad that. And I'm surprised. Also, we're talking on the last episode about or maybe the second to last episode about how we are curious if you work at a certain place who has to clean up and take care of certain bathrooms, and you're a manager of the studio and you have to
Yes.
pull out the auger. It's not like you have somebody who comes in to take care of that.
There's kind of at a place like Body and Pull. This will sound really dramatic, but there's an interesting sexism where because I'm one of the only men that's worked there and for a long time was the only man, when something happens like a toilet's broken or there's a bug that needs picked up, it's automatically
the man will do it.
it's yes no matter how flamboyant I am and how hot pink my sweater is, they're just him.
You're like,
He's for this.
do you ever say something like, you got 2 hands?
That's I think saying that to your boss, you can only really get away with that once, and then
Gotcha.
you
Yeah.
receive a look and energy where you're I'm on it, and
Yeah.
then you
I'm on it.
and you just sit in the bathroom with an auger you bought on Amazon, watching a YouTube video.
I
making
just
it
got an
work.
auger today. It came in the mail.
Oh wow!
the
this
one
is
that you
special
showed me a
day.
picture of?
It's no one at home can see this, but it's sitting on this counter
Right
behind
here?
us. Yeah, it's got a bag.
Oh, it's
called-
small.
You got a
it's
fancy
petite.
one.
Yeah, it's just we have another one.
Is it
but
like the gun? Does it
Yeah.
look like a gun. Yeah.
it's got the little sort of round head.
Yeah.
I have another one, but that's more for I have our what do you call it, tub drain, and it's too small for the toilet.
Okay.
So this is an actual
I
auger
got
for
a
toilet.
longer one and
Yeah.
broke it.
Oh really?
Yeah, the first time using it, I had a friend over who clogged my toilet, and she came out and she was like, "Oh my god, do you have a plunger?" And I was like, "I have better. I have an auger." And a piece of plastic snapped off, and Gerald had to run out and get me a plunger. And I was
rough.
like, "How did I fuck this up?"
What did your
And
friend
Gerald
flush
had to go
that
get
broke
the plunger.
auger?
I know, right?
Exactly.
She's a vegan, so
Oh,
I'm just
so-
assuming.
No poop shame, but
She was
broke
dumping
an
some-
auger.
She put some laxative box down the drain.
You read my mind. That's
She's just like, no one can know about this.
shh, shh.
And then bring it full circle. Gerald had to go get the plunger.
Yeah. Oh my god. I actually have kind of an amazing clogged toilet plunger story.
Ooh, do it.
My brother-in-law, my sister's husband, he and my sister came to visit. I think it was either Christmas Eve or Thanksgiving. It was a really busy holiday. And we have a studio apartment, and one of the best things is our toilet. It's one of those commercial grade where it's the metal pipes and you flush and it's like a jet engine. So when I gave a tour of the apartment, I was and here's our jet engine toilet. You can't clog it. I dare you, as a joke. And then later on, we have dinner. We're chatting, whatever. He goes to the bathroom. He's in there for a very long time. None of my business. We had a big meal. I don't really care. Comes out and he whispers in my fiance's ear, Jason. And what I heard later is he whispered, "There's something wrong with your toilet." and it's not flushing. Like kind of like accusatory, like our cheap ass toilet is broken.
Oh my God.
It's our problem. Whatever. Jason goes to check it out, and there's an off the chart turd that's like choking the whole hole of the toilet with like a little bit of like toilet paper kind of fluttering around it. It's like a cork in a giant wine bottle. There's no joke. And then Jason comes up to me. We don't own a plunger or an auger in our home because
you don't need it.
We have normal human poops that fall within the scale of 1 to 7, and we have a jet engine toilet.
Yeah.
So he comes up and he whispers to me the situation. I discreetly go check, because at this moment the only person that doesn't know is my sister, and she is oblivious to the fact that like the other 3 people are just like sitting in the bathroom basically. I go in, I look at it. To be polite, I come back out and I'm like, hey guys, crazy. Clearly no idea how this happened, but the toilet's clogged. We don't have a plunger. We are obviously humans who need to pee and poop. So we walked 10 minutes to Target on like a holiday. It was again Thanksgiving or Christmas Day, or Christmas Eve. So it's insanely busy. We get a plunger. We're in line forever. This, bless his heart, man with cinder block shits. He must be in more pain than I can ever imagine. He is like, he's not embarrassed. He's like completely disassociated with the scene. He's also like, he's, again, bless his heart, notoriously cheap. So he like doesn't offer to like pay for this plunger.
Oh, are you serious?
We're in line at Target on like one of the busiest shopping days, like trying to like make polite small talk. We plunge it. It finally goes down. I hope it doesn't ruin the pipes in our building or in the city, because it's out there now.
Or
and
turns into like a chud or something.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
Like
It's like a big shit monster.
becomes sentient, and it's like the new Terminator. It's out there. We get past it, whatever. It's like the best inside joke between me and my parents now, and we're like giggling and whispering about it all the time. It's done. But then this is a couple years ago, and then this year my parents come to New York City to visit. They get an Airbnb in the city.
Yeah.
My sister and her husband come up. They're like all staying there. Jason and I go to meet them to go out for dinner, and every time someone goes to the bathroom downstairs, there's like some kind of a struggle. And it turns out this man has been clogging the toilet of this Airbnb, like secretly.
What is he eating?
He should stop eating altogether. There's like no, he should be flushing boxes of laxatives because there's something
I bet
wrong.
you it's steroids.
Oh,
We did a story.
Really?
We had a guest on, Jason Weicker, told some story when he was in college about these humongous shits. They're like, how
like
is
a brick.
This, yeah, like how is this in the toilet bowl? Like this has got to be a joke.
And how is it not also full of blood?
So
he was.
No one could figure it out. They're like, and they made a flyer like, who's the mystery shitter? Because like it's just clogging these toilets, and it was only like once a week. And then later on we interview Ellen's plumber, and he was saying, "Oh, that's steroids. People who take steroids have like it's just something like a byproduct of like your shits become like massive and just like."
I have to think of a way to bring that up
unruly.
in conversation, because like again, I'm going to keep saying bless his heart, like I'm trying to be nice. Bless his heart does not look like he's on steroids for any kind of fitness. I wonder how I bring up in the conversation like.
There's steroids you take for different like skin
I mean,
problems
yeah, exactly.
and everything.
That's the only thing I can think of, because like he was saying that like he have these big brick like shits that are
Oh
just
God,
like,
I'm probably making fun of him, and he has some horrible medical condition. But it's
You know what?
I
It's
would have
okay
guessed
because
he had a horrible medical condition if he's clogging. Like, what does he do at home? Constantly clogging toilets.
well, he works in the Navy. I know that he and my sister apparently have like a separate bathroom scenario. They don't have kids. They live in a large like Navy house. So whenever I visit them, I'm always apparently using the bathroom that he's in, and the plunger is always like just been used. It's always like it's always
plunger's
there.
like,
It's,
"Take me with you,
it's never
please."
dusty. It's always breaking
wet.
a sweat. It's like it's the hardest working plunger in the U.S. right now. Like no joke.
The plunger's in
that's
the
like-
corner like with his hands on his knees going like, oh my God.
But he doesn't. He
Please.
comes out completely like disconnected and despondent. Like he just walked off
He's
of like
so
a
used
staircase.
to this.
Yeah, he's.
Well, there's this thing called like a poo stick, and I first learned it from that TV show Small Town Security. But supposedly it's a thing when people shit so big, they usually get a stick
I've
to
heard of
break it
that.
up.
Is that-
he needs a poo stick?
Okay, now another question. Is that something that you give is that something you can give as like a polite
gift?
gift?
Yeah.
Or do you just like buy that and like leave it?
Yes.
Do you just
Yeah.
buy it and
B.
you're just like, shh?
Buy it,
Yes.
leave it
Leave it
wrapped
in
up
his bathroom.
with like some bow on it, just in the corner.
Yeah.
Like for you.
Like a little note that says like your
For
secret's
Tim or
safe with
whoever.
me.
Yeah.
His name's Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy. His butthole must be like the size of like a giant baseball bat. Like it's just,
Yeah, and it must be like callous,
just
like it's passing like
it's
footballs.
Got it's got like calloused. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I just tried to Google or Amazon poo stick and it came up pool stick.
Either one. That'll work, right?
I'm not exaggerating what I saw. We could use a pool cleaner right now.
But there's like I've like literally saw on the internet that there are people who are like, you don't have a poop stick?
Oh
like
my god.
The poop stick is a thing and
What is
he
wrong with this
obviously
man?
needs one.
I mean, he's there.
I think it's okay to make fun
Disposable
of him.
fecal loops. Yes, there are poop sticks.
You should forward that to me.
I think it's acceptable to make fun of him because he.
There's a photo with the poop stick.
It's so disgusting. Ellen just shows
Look
a picture of a stick with a giant like stringy
And
piece
it
of shit on
says
it.
shit stick.
It looked like a wig made of shit.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I think it's okay to make fun of this guy because he didn't offer to pay for anything. I would have been like, motherfucker, you just clogged our jet engine toilet.
I know.
And you're gonna have the balls to pretend like you didn't do it.
Also, again, like maybe I'm taking it too personally, but I was also personally offended that he's like, "There's something wrong with your toilet."
I would be thinking about that to this day. Are you kidding me? I'm the same. I would have
as
been
like as a childless gay man, maybe that toilet is the closest thing to a child I have because I took it like someone was like speaking ill of my children. I was like,
you're like,
how
excuse me?
dare you?
Also,
You're
I
like,
would've-
not has never happened to
if
our
that happened
house.
in my house, if I had a jet engine toilet and it happened in my house, I for sure would like years ago by I'm like just at work or just thinking about stuff. I'm like, that motherfucker actually had the balls to like shame my toilets, and he just did that to like, yeah, that's horrible.
And meanwhile, he's like ruining my parents' Airbnb rating, clogging these toilets left and right all over the city. He's a menace. I don't know.
What a dick.
The first step to knowing you have a problem is admitting it, and he hasn't even gone through step one.
How you gonna admit that? He's in a meeting somewhere. I take gigantic shits. No, seriously, I clog toilets like industrial commercial toilets.
I mean, I guess listeners, if you are at one of these meetings or know about them, please forward the information so we can help this person because
Poopers
And also,
Anonymous.
he's in the Navy. He's ever clogged like a battleship toilet or like a naval
God, I
toilet.
can only imagine. I mean, he does I guess paints the planes, so he's like off ship.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like they have him like
Right, like you get
clogging a
special-
toilet on a destroyer. They definitely was like possibly a strategic choice to be like, you're land based.
There's some
I
admiral.
so want you to meet one of his coworkers
Yeah.
and just be like, hey, just a curiosity. Does he clog the toilet a lot?
Yeah, like I feel like I'd have to go and be like, where's the bathroom?
Yeah.
Like the good one. Like kind of try to find a way to sneak it in. So
Where's
we
the
can
one that
see-
Jeremy doesn't use?
Yeah, exactly.
I imagine some admiral walking around like his completely like naval uniform, going like, "Who the fuck did this?"
It's happened again.
I'm gonna dress this mother. I'm dressing this person down right now. Like, yeah.
I've been making some super hard shits recently, and I don't remember if I've talked about it on the podcast, but I know I text you. I made a poop recently that it was like laying over the hole of the toilet, and when I tried to flush it, it was trying to bend its way in half down the hole, and it was there was a second where I was like, oh my god, it's gonna get stuck, and it finally like went down, but it was so solid, it like was having a hard time breaking in
and
half.
this
to
is
go.
the episode that's sponsored by Poop Stick.
Yeah. Ellen has these like magical unicorn shits.
No,
that
they're
I'm like,
not. They're just a variety of terrible shits.
I've never had this like cement like shit that's never.
I
like,
never even had that happen. And I watched it and I was like, oh my God, it's not going to go down. And this is my own apartment. I don't need it to overflow again.
Yeah.
Again.
There's a lot of problems on that side of town.
My side of my downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Downtown is like shut down.
Just that poor, sad toilet sitting in your apartment.
I might look like an uptown girl, but I'm a downtown mess.
Yeah. Clearly. You're completely, I agree with that.
So more poop stuff popping in my head. I have
yeah.
another good one. Like
I love all
Yes.
these, by the
I have
way.
what might be
Please.
like I feel like I have a rare poop story.
Yeah.
So shortly after the slash and burn fixing my anal warts butt situation, I get this like really horrible stomach flu. It was going around New York City. You might have known someone that had it yourself. It was also like wave 2 of my new chapter of life of like shitting and sharding my pants all the time. Which the first day I got sick, I was just throwing up. At the end of the day, I was like, "Oh, I'm feeling better. I'm gonna go to sleep and like wake up and go to work." And like a simple toddler, I just stop in the middle of the room and I just go, uh-oh. And then I run to the bathroom, and that was the second time that I shit my pants in my adult life. Calling sick to work, stay home, living my life, everything's okay. I have to go to a wedding, our friend, Topher, and I take it's just like 2 days afterwards, and I take a whole bunch of antidiarrheal medication. Up to this point, also, I had another off-the-chart shit. I would describe it as like shitting like chicken broth. Like, it's just like liquid.
But
there's
pee-pee.
nothing
It's like
there.
on tap.
Precisely,
It's
yeah.
just
It's like bouillon. It was
liquid.
just nasty. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I call it butt pee-pee.
Yeah, it's
when you're like pissing out of
pissing
your
out of my
ass.
asshole. Yeah, the classic. So I take all these antidiarrheal medications, and like everything's good. I eat solid food for the first time in like 3 or 4 days, and then the next day I'm feeling so shitty, for lack of a better word, and I have a white shit.
Whoa.
Like a ghost poop. It was the first time I had it was shaped
What was
like
the Imodium you were taking? What was the anti-diarrhea medicine?
I look it up, and apparently, the live studio audience gasps for my Casper feces. So I WebMD it, and apparently it means that there's like not enough bowel in your bile in your system, which can be caused by taking a lot of antidiarrheal medications that can like mess with your liver, and then also spending 4 days like just shooting water out of my system.
Yeah.
I think washed it out, but basically it's like almost like giving yourself chemical hepatitis for a day. Like everything was achy. I felt the worst ever.
Oh my God.
White ghost shit. Putting
Ghost
my life
shits?
back. Ghost shits. Like.
I would lose my mind if I saw white shit. That's
The closest
like
I
crazy.
come to it, and I've talked about it on the podcast, is I love Hidden Valley Ranch dip packets. And you put it in like sour cream. And one time I ate a whole pint of sour cream with like a pound, probably like 3 pounds of celery in one sitting. And the next day I shit white because it was just sour cream and celery just coming out of my ass. And I was like, I got to eat something else besides celery and sour cream.
New sour cream and celery Lay's potato chips.
Yeah. Yep. My ass was, and I was like, nope.
No, I would not. That's. Oh,
You look at your white poo, you're like, nope, that's wrong.
Yeah.
So wrong.
I should have. It sounds gross, but I like wish I took a picture of it. Because it's something
Yeah.
I googled it, and it was
Yeah.
like it's like one of the rarest poops.
Wow.
But also can mean some of the worst.
You have people like
things.
contacting you all of a sudden, like, do you still have it?
Yeah. I've been looking
Yeah.
for a white poop.
Science.
The legends tell
Yeah,
of a white
exactly, yeah.
poop.
The oracles
Bronx.
the oracles come true.
It's like Moby Dick of
The sky just opens up and like lightning comes flying out. You're like, what the fuck?
They're rarely spoken about eighth horseman of the apocalypse.
Yes.
White shit.
The white shit.
Oh, it is an election year.
Oh my God. We're all shitting white.
God, this is the best. I love this interview. Oh, it's so funny.
So unassuming, walking down the street with my pink sweater and my mustache, but little do you know.
Phillip and I are both wearing Paris
Oh, I just know.
Yeah.
Cute. I obviously didn't get the
apparel.
memo.
It's important for people to know that we've traveled.
Yeah.
The best way to do that is through
And
tourist
this,
clothing.
yeah, mine is definitely more on the low end of the apparel spectrum. Yours is like a little more. I feel like a lot more fashionable.
It's actually like a children's large. So I have to roll the sleeves up so you don't notice. And also I can't put my arms above my head or it turns into a crop top.
Well, it looks good just sitting here as a guest.
Yeah, I know when you can only see it from like the
Waist
chest
down.
up, it's good. Yeah.
My shirt is like the equivalent of what I imagine like an all-American flag shirt at a tractor truck rally would be, because it's blue, white, and red. Just Paris across it.
From a distance, you look very patriotic.
Yeah, I
yes.
look very patriotic.
Yeah.
All it needs is like a croissant on the back or something, or like
And a beret.
a baguette and a beret with.
And a glass of wine.
Yeah, just something like that. You know, just to kind of round it out.
That French laugh.
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you have any more stories for us? We can ask you some questions too.
I have like one last pants pooping story.
Yes.
It was like the most detrimental to my happiness in life. So
Oh,
it's still
no.
the same sickness, still the stomach flu. I do some performing, and I booked a show doing boys' night at the Slipper Room, like an all male like circus,
Which is
burlesque thing.
fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like a big deal to me. I respect everyone it so much. It's like my fiance produces it, so I'm kind of like sleeping with the producer to get in the show to begin with. So I'm not
casting
full. I don't
couch.
feel like I'm fully getting on with merits, but I put this great act together. I work on it for weeks. I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm going to persevere and get through this sick. Like, I've barely shit myself the last 48 hours. Life is going to be great. I'm at the house putting on like drag makeup, like this full beat. And again, like another like simple toddler moment, I'm sitting at this table and I just go, oopsie, and like run out of the room. And it's like, it's back with a vengeance. Like it knew that there was a special day. And then I come out of the room and Jason's like really oopsie. And I'm like, yeah, like I don't.
Was this at Slipper Room?
No, this is still in our apartment, thankfully. But I'm like sitting there like in front of the mirror, like really quiet. And I just go, I don't think I can do this show. Like, I don't think this is the kind of show you're trying to produce. Like 3 hours before the show. And he, bless his heart, still marrying me, is just like, okay, great. That's like a nice little like, that's fine moment. Yeah. It's like that's fine.
When you get that, that's even worse. That's
I know, it was like and then it just sat there like a little bit poopy wearing like some half-ass drag makeup for like an hour being really sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Until he was like, go take a shower. Wash your face.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. He's still getting married. He still chose this. Yeah.
But at least he's getting all this, like, you know.
We're getting some of the worst out now. So it's either better or worse. And then hopefully we can start out with like maybe the first 10 years. Like,
he's like, what the fuck?
I don't shit my pants and ruin that show that he's producing for a little while. Like maybe I get out of the way now.
I have done very, very, very little burlesque. And a year and a half ago, I was at Slipper Room. This was this first month I got properly diagnosed with Lyme disease. Mm-hmm. So they put me on penicillin and Zithromax that I was taking for 5 months straight. And if you know anything about hardcore antibiotics, then that much of it, your gut is just ruined. Like, there was one day I shit 12 times in one day. Like, it was just literally coming out of me. And I was like, where is this poop coming from? I'm not even eating this much food. But Matt Holtzclaw booked me for a gig, and he was like, will you be okay? And I was like, can't drink any alcohol because I'm on all these antibiotics, but I will do it. And I was like, but I might have to poop. And there's that little toilet in the changing room. I did not use it, but I was constantly running upstairs, shitting like crazy at the Slipper Room. And I was like, I can't believe I'm about to be in basically like pasties and a thong. Oh. And my ass is pure liquid.
To foreshadow into the future, when you guys talk to Jason, you should ask him about performers who choose to shit in the backstage toilet.
Oh, we've heard a couple stories.
Okay, I was going to say, it was like, because that's like...
We've heard about some of that stuff.
Yeah, for people who don't know, the Slipper Room in a lot of venues, like the dressing room just has like like an open toilet in it, where it's like it just exists.
And the whole dressing room is 4 feet by 8 feet.
Yeah, it's like basically the size of a bathroom.
Insanely tiny.
It's basically like you're sharing a bathroom, and there's this toilet, and like if people have to pee, like you got to live your life because the bathrooms are a long ways away. But there's a select group of people that are like, it's okay for them to shit here.
Nope.
Just saying that exists, and that's a conversation you should keep having to get.
It's like such a small. It's just such a small dressing room that like the entire cast that night cannot fit in there at the same time.
Exactly, and then there's one person who's like,
"Let me try to pinch out a load."
Yeah, I want to make eye contact with like basically a coworker while that happens.
Ugh.
Think it.
Yep. And I've heard some of the most. We have not said any names because it's all hearsay, so I don't want to out anybody without. But I've heard the bigger the shitter, the more glamorous the person. Like there's some super high glam showgirls who are pinching loaves back there.
I think that there's something about that makes a lot of sense. Like that math adds up. Like you have to be glamorous on stage, so you just have to get all the ugly out right away. You just got to like purge yourself of the demons and then go out there.
And they do that thing. They're like, well, I'm pretty. No one's gonna really like be mad. No one's gonna be upset by this.
I'm such a fancy bitch. Nobody's gonna care.
I could never before. I don't know. I just feel like I spent so much time and money gluing rhinestones onto that thong. Totally. I would hate to get it wrong and then ruin that.
Jesus Christ.
Insane. There's a kitty.
Huh? Hey, Nico.
Hey, kitty.
So it's very shy.
She's super, super shy.
Shy and 17, 18?
She's 17.
Oh,
wow.
Be 18 in October.
She's an old lady.
She's still in pretty good condition, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing good. She's holding strong.
Yeah.
She's been like this since she was a kitten, so she's very skittish.
My cat's like the total opposite. My cat with horrible IBS. Speaking of like
awesome.
more
Yeah,
shitty
how
problems.
did you find out your cat had IBS?
Took a shit in your chest.
I mean, actually, like he's always had like runny, soft stool, and he was like basically like a feral cat that showed up on my doorstep. And you say "aw," but like when you describe it, it sounds like someone broke into your house and like claimed squatter rights. Like there was no choice. I was getting this cat. But he always had soft, like really smelly poops, and he was an indoor cat, so there was like a litter box and knew it was happening. Then I moved to New York City and he stayed with some friends for a while, and they flew him up, and he was like so mad and so distraught. The first night he slept there, I woke up in the middle of the night and I thought, you know how cats like make biscuits, like where they like need you? I thought he was like doing that on my chest, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And I go up to like kind of pet him or maybe like push him away, and my hand mushes in something wet.
I was joking with the shitting in the chest, but that happened.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Feline IBS shit on my chest, and he was trying to bury it. Like he like rage shit on my chest and then was burying it out of shame.
No.
Hell to the no, no, no. Come on, come on. Come on, hell no.
Yes.
Oh my
Good morning. Yes.
God.
And he ended up doing that 3 more times before he calmed down.
Oh my God.
I ended up taking him to the vet, and apparently this is just something that can happen with cats. They can just have basically diarrhea forever. And it can be because of any number of reasons, but they believe it's because he was weaned from his mother too early. Aww. So I guess if they don't have that lady cat milk long enough, they are cursed with forever diarrhea.
Poor baby.
Oh, I'm so glad my girl doesn't have that.
I'm there for you.
That's bad.
My cat's
That's also true love. You love him enough that he shit on you multiple times and you haven't gotten rid of him.
Yes, that's true. I hope he's aware of that.
He's like, bitch.
He's like,
you will clean up my shit.
As he's like sharpening his claws on the couch right now while we're not home.
He's like, this is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm taking a shit over here. Oh yeah, on that chest. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I was only shit on once by a cat. No. Yes, once. This was in 1998. My brother came and we went and saw the Beastie Boys in concert, and I borrowed my parents' car, and so we drove back to Connecticut, and I was like, can we go pick up my kitten at my apartment so then I can take care of her. She was like 6 months old, and my brother's like falling asleep in the passenger, and my cat is sitting on my lap, and she starts going, and I swear to God, this sounds crazy, she starts going, Ellen, Ellen, and I'm like, it sounds like she's saying my name, and then she diarrhea and threw up on me at the exact same time as I'm driving on the highway, and I pull over to the rest stop, and I pick her up, and I go to the bathroom to clean all of us up, and they had just painted the door to the bathroom, so there wasn't even a sign on it, and I touch it and my hand is covered in paint. I have a shitty kitten with diarrhea and throw up all over me, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
What is my life?
Wow, I've never had that. Knock on wood. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Moral of the story: maybe don't get a cat.
Yeah.
That's like
no animals.
Ugh.
But I can't help it. I love Nico so much.
Oh, they're the best when they're not shitting on you.
Yeah.
Those few glorious moments when you're not getting shit on by your cat are really
when
great.
you're not waking up from like a dead sleep with shit on your chest.
Yeah. But that's also why clearly when someone shits in our house, we just blame it on the cat.
Yeah, I would.
Every terrible smell.
Phil, really quick, the only thing I think you didn't answer in your epic stories is what kind of toilet paper do you use, and do you do over versus under?
Okay, so I don't have like any kind of brand loyalty with toilet paper. I try to pick the ones that don't have the cardboard tube in the middle, because in my mind that makes me like I'm like saving the planet.
Yeah.
Like clearly I'm the solution.
You're like, I'm the one. I'm clearly the chosen one.
People's grandchildren, you're welcome. I didn't choose a cardboard tube. But the problem is I feel like it's really rare to find those. Like I don't see them at the store often. I used to order it on Amazon and disappeared. So now like assholes had a tough year, like flaming gay bottom. I pick like the fanciest. Like right now I have like Cottonelle Puff Plus with aloe vera, and we also have like the Cottonelle like wet wipes, and we have the bidet thing. Like my asshole, it's quinceañeras every day. It's like the most special day. Like,
well, be careful with the wet wipes though, because it has chemicals in it that will take away the natural like quote unquote juices of your butthole, and you can get more fissures and hemorrhoids that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
So be careful. And cottonelle with like aloe in it, usually look at the directions. That's usually mineral oil, and mineral oil will just dry out your skin.
Yeah.
Bam.
So I'm
All
just
right. Here I am thinking like treat yourself when
I mean,
really
it
it's just.
it probably feels good, but it's just sort of like it's just sort of eating away.
But if
Honestly, though,
you-
it doesn't feel any different.
Oh.
It just in my mind, I was like $3 extra and it has aloe. Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
That's
most definitely
oh my
take care
God.
of your hiney hole. But like a little coconut oil to moisturize it is also a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's like the Poopy Podcast recommended toilet paper?
We
If you go
prefer.
bamboo, or a bidet, which you have.
Yeah,
or you have a
but you gotta. I
bum
feel like
gun.
I can't just like. I have to like
Yeah.
blot it with something afterwards.
We prefer recycled if you are going to save the planet. Recycled or bamboo is better. And bamboo is only good because they don't cutting down forests for
Yeah.
it. But also don't wipe pads
Okay,
because you get fissures and hemorrhoids from wiping.
that's
You want
very
to pat.
helpful.
Yeah.
that's also. I like the idea of the pad afterwards. I feel like that's more like aspirational.
Yeah.
Like, good job.
It's
Yeah.
like a tattoo. Instead of like scratching it, you slap it.
And this is all if you have like some kind of like water source going in your ass, because if it's obviously if you're dry wiping,
Yeah.
then you're gonna have to get in there,
Yeah, it's not.
which is the worst.
It's like
but
you're just
But
powdering your nose.
we're
It'll
just trying to
bluff.
help you to have a happy hiney.
I'm invested. I'm into it.
Yeah.
And as far as over or under, I'm like a cave person. Like I don't even think. I just like throw the toilet paper roll on and then I go live my life. Or you mean over under wiping or putting it on the roll?
No, on the roll.
Yeah. I just put it on.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a 50-50 chance.
I'm an under, but I'm definitely more in your camp lately. I'm kind of like whatever, how it just winds up on the roll.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
At on my birthday yesterday, the brunch place and then I went and got a pedicure. Both places I had to change the toilet paper. I was at the end.
You were. This one of the changing the toilet paper, so he has to get in there and just change it.
No, I didn't
love it.
have to. I was going to do it for
Like it
the
was-
next person.
Oh, so it was an empty roll. I thought you meant you were like, it wasn't the way that it should
no,
be.
No,
so
no,
I
no, no,
does
no,
that,
no.
though.
I do
She does
that.
do that.
I do that. But
I do
no,
do
I'm saying
that.
I do. My do. No, but I'm saying like it was like 3 sheets were left both times, and I was like, what the? I am just changing rolls for the. I'm paying it forward, people.
Doing the Lord's work
I
out
am.
there.
I would be like, I'm not doing that.
I'm paying it forward.
It's not my job.
Send an invoice afterwards.
Is there anything else, Dave, you could think to ask Phil? I feel like he
You kind of covered everything.
Yeah, he
really.
covered it
You had
all.
some great, amazing stories, actually.
unless you
Good,
have
it's
any
been-
childhood stories about your butthole, farts, poops, anything butthole related.
The only like childhood poop story that comes to mind, and this is only like relevant because like my grandmother and my mom would still bring it up to this day. When I was still in diapers, very young, not like last month when I had my butt cut up. When I was still in diapers, probably age of 3 or 4, I had diarrhea. It happens. Kids are gross. And they realized this because I was sitting in my high chair and I made a weird face. And they were like, Phillip, what's going on? And I said, there's something funny going on in my diaper. And that's the only funny poop anecdote I have before.
There's something suspicious going on in this diaper.
There's something funny going on.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then as an adult, that's so thoughtful, but as an adult, I just scream whoopsie and run out of the room.
You literally revert down. You revert to that younger self
Like
every
Benjamin
time you.
Buttoning.
Yeah, exactly.
Benjamin Button. Benjamin Butt on.
Ayo.
When I have talked about my childhood stuff, but I actually heard recently that they made something for diapers that can be attached Bluetooth to your phone to know if something stinky has happened.
I read that too.
Yeah,
I just
you don't have to smell it. I mean, it's just people
It's
are
like, you know
wasting
what?
their money
Yeah,
on
just like there's
stuff.
sometimes you don't need technology doesn't need to go in certain places. It's like just stop.
Yeah, the
Alexa,
standard-
how's my baby's asshole doing?
Yeah, exactly.
That's for people that just don't want kids. They're just like, oh, I don't want to deal
They're
with
like,
this
the nanny's not here to clean. Oh, I'm gonna turn that app on.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah,
Assholes.
too much
Request
money.
Uber to change a diaper.
Yeah.
That would be me, though. I'm not having children for this. Everything you're describing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
No, I've said before that my brother has kids and my nephew is walking around and going, my belly hurts. And then all of a sudden my brother looks and goes, that kid did not have brown shorts on before. He shit up over his diaper and spilled out like a waterfall. They had to cut his pants off.
That's fucking disgusting.
Procreating is disgusting.
Jaws of life.
And talking about like taking care of the environment, procreating is actually the worst thing you could do for the environment.
Yeah.
So stop making babies, people.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
I'd rather have a car. That'll be my carbon footprint, and then I just won't reproduce.
Yeah, or just, I'd rather buy something really nice.
Yeah.
Something like
Vacations.
or vacation.
I love disposable
Or jet
income and
ski.
nice things.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to have children.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy a nice jet ski.
And then you name it and you treat it like a child.
There we
That's
go.
fine.
Yeah.
That's why we have fur babies.
Actually, I'd buy a
Yeah.
Toto toilet. That'd be my baby.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. That
I would
was
treat it like a baby. I'd be like, oh, yes.
And then interesting story, if you go on vacation and leave your toilet alone for a week, you don't go to jail. Do that to a baby, you're done.
Exactly. Oh, you're done.
You're done.
You're big time.
Yeah, that's a
Done.
problem.
too funny.
Well,
So
we
should
can
we
get
go?
into Let's Get Shitty then.
Yes.
All right. So,
Let's Get Shitty
You
is
know
where
what
we
it
get to
is.
complain about whatever you want. It does not have to be poop related, but you get extra bonus points if it is.
Oh, let's get shitty. Things to complain about.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Let's Get Shitty.
there we go.
Fabulous.
It's not real until we hear the intro.
Yeah. Now I get to complain.
Yes.
Which I feel like is 90% of my day. Like I live for complaining and bitching. But in this moment, like the only thing that's really popping into my head is like, oh, it's had to have happened every single episode. But the MTA
Oh, yep.
has really been upsetting me lately. I also, speaking of not having children and nice things, I bought a car.
Oh.
It's game changer. But now it just makes me hate the train and the bus like so much more. And also, like, speaking of keeping it shitty, I feel like over the last year, I've seen so many people just like full on shitting either on the train or on the platform.
Woo!
Yeah.
You've physically seen them do this.
Yes, like someone just...
Okay, wait. We need to rewind.
back
Here's
up.
some stories you can add to this episode. Please tell us more.
A late night going on.
Sorry.
Rewind, bring it back to shit.
Yeah.
The first one's popping into my head. It was like a late night D train home because I live off the D train, not just because it's funny. Not super crowded, and it's never someone that's like surprising, but definitely someone who looks like they shit on the train before, just stands up, faces the door where they're not seeing anyone, and just squats and goes for it like nothing.
That is horrific.
Yeah, it was.
Did they look like a homeless person, or did they look drunk?
Yes.
Or
They definitely look like they could have been like a drunk homeless person.
wow.
It's cute. I also feel like I've spent a lot of time getting on the train, and my least favorite new train game is Who Shit Themselves. Like getting on a crowded train and everyone looks like a sane like business person on their way to something, but it smells like someone full on shit themselves. Like someone on that train has shit their pants. Who?
Something stinks.
Something does stink. It's like it's the clue of my generation is who shit themselves on the
Oh
train.
my God.
Yeah, that's a fun game.
Yeah. And then a couple months ago, my saddest homeless person shit I've seen, getting off at 34th Street, there was a woman in a wheelchair, and she positioned herself so she was turning around so she was facing the back of the wheelchair, just shitting off the edge of it.
So like she AC
my
Slater
God.
did.
Yeah, on like a crowded street, AC Slatering.
Wow, you've
as
seen
you
a
will.
lot of public shitting.
I kind of assumed it was everybody, but I guess that's my other special gift. It's once you have the white shit, you get the vision.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's
You
your
get-
superpower. Holy shit. That's
You
like
shit
your
white, and then you know you're gonna have the eye.
That's your superhero origin story.
Oh man, that's my
Yeah, the
superpower.
eye. It is.
Jesus, I'm like that X-Men they leave behind all
Yeah.
the time.
You're like, hey guys, I'm suited up too. Can I go? They're like, no, you're good here.
I'm ready. Let's fight Thanos.
They're like, no.
How, Phillip? How are you gonna
Yeah.
fight Thanos?
I know where he pooped.
Yeah,
I could smell it. I could see it before he actually gets here.
homeless
I know.
people find me and shit in front of me. Let's save the world, guys.
You're like, why is my outfit brown?
So good.
They're like, you just stay back and watch, the X-Men house.
Yeah, you just
Whatever the fuck.
wait for Uber
Avengers,
Eats. Yeah.
like crib.
Make sure the Roomba doesn't get stuck on the stairs. Phillip, we'll be right back.
Oh my god.
That was an epic Let's Get Shitty. It just
Yeah.
like snowballed.
It started with a classic I hate the MTA, and it just circles back to I watched someone shit there.
Woo!
It's
My boyfriend has a superpower where he knows in the summer to look at a girl when her skirt will blow up, and he'll see panties, or sometimes they won't be wearing panties.
Oh.
And
I've
he's
seen
always
that.
like, "Oh, did you see that?" And I was like, "No, how do you always see that?"
No,
But you have it with
'Cause you're-
people shitting.
with nasty hobo shits on the
Yeah.
street
Yeah.
on the
Oi.
trains. Yeah.
We had a guy once on the podcast who said that this mother of a friend of his, she saw a hobo shit, but then he wiped with a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we were speculating if it was like the crust part or the cheese part.
I know. I guess the cheese
I'm
part
go-
would be like the wet wipe, and the crust would be
Yeah.
like the bamboo toilet paper.
Yeah.
I assume would be like a similar texture
I know, you
in
could
my mind.
flip them over.
It was
One
like
of both.
It was like
One
her
of
first
both.
time in New York City like ever, and she sees that.
I mean, that's about as New York as it gets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
super New Yorky. You got pizza and homelessness combined.
Yeah. And street shits.
Oh my god. Oh.
So worldly.
What about you, Dave? You got to let's get shitty.
Well, my let's get shitty is it's kind of related to the shit I took this morning. Is it's just that like as much as I love my little Snap-on bidet, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm thinking of alternatives that don't revolve around it being like in the actual toilet, because when you have
So
really
you
messy
need a bum
shits like
gun.
that, it's a mess.
Yeah.
Also, the
And
wand
it
is
gets
great because
everywhere.
you get the control.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you have to position yourself to be over this one thing spraying.
Yeah,
I will say though, is the seat thing, is that warm? Is the water warm?
No.
No, I don't have the worm
Okay.
attachment. But to be honest with you, it's not as shocking as you think it would be. It's not like it's winter here in New York, and I use it all the time. Excuse me, and it's just like it just doesn't even bother me anymore. It's not like a slap in the face or anything. It's just like it's refreshing.
Is my next level up? I've been trying to think of how I can like replumb how my wand is hooked up to the sink
Yeah.
fixture, so it's like a perfect.
See, my
lukewarm
thing
all
is
the
like
time.
the lukewarm I wouldn't mind, but like I don't get the hot thing because I feel like it's just mixing with the hot shit, and it's just I don't know.
I don't
what's
want
what.
cold, and I don't want like someone splashing a hot tea in my butthole.
well, definitely not.
I don't want either of those dramatic feelings. Again,
You don't want a McDonald's coffee lawsuit in your asshole.
Again, it's had a tough year. I treasure it. I
Yeah.
just want it to feel
I get it.
special. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about like 'cause I just the only thing with the Snap-on bidets is like the little nozzle. It's that thing gets wore the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to clean.
I've seen splatter
cleaning
poo.
that. It's just like and the thought of having to clean that is so disgusting.
Yeah.
But I still will take that over not having. The alternative of not having one
Yeah.
is not an option for me. Like I can't go back.
Yeah, same.
So, but that's kind of my let's get shitty. Is like great. Now I got to clean that too.
Yeah, you've seen the light. You can't go to the
Like
dark.
I almost want to put
You
like my
can't-
own like little like invent like a little aftermarket third party thing where I just put like a screen, some kind of mesh thing around it, so it just
You just
acts
gotta
as
go.
like
You
like
gotta
a
go for the
sneeze guard.
wand.
Like
You
a
just gotta go full
condom?
wand.
like a sneeze guard.
Or a condom for it, like a little tiny.
Yeah, or something. Just something.
Protective.
I still get the same spray, but it protects it from like any
Backsplash.
exactly.
Yeah. Jinx.
Yeah.
I was going to say, ditto.
What's your let's get shitty, Ellen?
Mine is not poop related. Mine is proper etiquette on group texts and group emails.
Oh. Now that you said that, that's my new number one too.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I'm sorry. If you do a group text or a group email, if it's not blind CC'd, people are going to respond back to it. And then other people are like, don't respond back to me. I don't know you. And it's like, no, then don't do that. In texts, it's easy. You copy and paste, and then you could text like 10 people in a row.
Yeah.
Or you do a group text because you all want to be on the same. And the same with email. Like, don't do a huge group email and then people start responding back to it. Even if you put in the email, don't respond back to this. It's
no
like,
one reads that.
yeah,
No
exactly.
no one cares. They're
No, people
replying
do
all.
not read emails, period. I sent out my birthday information a month ago, and then people were like texting me like 2 weeks ago, happy birthday, I'm sorry I missed it. I was like, you didn't. You obviously don't know how to read. So,
No one knows how
You
to read
just
it.
outed yourself as illiterate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Thanks, but no thanks, dum-dum.
They're like Harpy Burfola. Like what? Oh my
So yeah,
God.
people, get your shit together. It's 2020.
Yeah.
We know how group text and a group email works.
BCC, it's basically like need to know basis. Like,
Yeah.
unless these 15 people need to know everything
Yes.
and need to communicate with each other.
Yes.
As the sendee, it's your responsibility to send it separately or divide people.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the people receiving it, it's your responsibility not just to like respond nonsense.
Yeah. Or skim it and not actually read it.
That's the
Especially-
thing.
like in my subject matter, I'm like, my birthday is January 31st at 10 p.m. I'm doing something that one line you can read.
Yeah, and then you're
And they
set.
totally space on fucking that shit.
Yeah, that sucks.
Ding dongs.
Well, we're gonna flush those problems away.
Bye bye.
Oh, that's nice. That does feel better.
And now,
The news.
for my other favorite part of the show,
We always
is
end with the news.
the news.
Oh, which is very shitty right now, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Well, no. This is actual
We do
poop and fart
related news.
Poop and fart news.
Yes.
Okay.
The regular outside this podcast world news is depressing as fuck.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, it was like, I'm
Yeah.
not here to live in
No,
the real
we
world.
try not to touch that because we
Good.
just know it's all shit.
No, but they're
Yeah.
literally poop, fart, toilet, gut related news constantly. And legitimate news sources. Oh my God, I can't talk. Legitimate news sources. So yeah, it's insane. We get sent articles, at least 3 a week, right?
Yeah, we get a bunch.
Plethora.
I just find stuff.
Now this is
So,
exciting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
what's new? What's new with the do?
Well, here we go. We're gonna find some news right now. So this one I think is kind of old. It's from like 2018, but still pretty funny. So Anna Trupiano, I'm definitely slurring her name, but I think it's Trupiano. She's a first grade teacher and she works with deaf children. So one of her students, a 6-year-old, farted, and she had to tell their kids that like your farts, you can't hear it, but they make sounds and they smell.
Oh,
She basically, it's just like these kids, like, it's awful. They don't know what's going on. 'cause
but
they
it's,
can't
I
hear
mean,
it.
someone has to have that conversation.
Exactly. And they're so young. Like, but my thing is, like, you would think at some point your parents would have been like, hey, but maybe not. I don't know. In this case, this 6-year-old farted so loud that some of the classmates had begun to laugh. I guess some of the kids can hear it.
Okay, I was going to say, it was a fart so loud that it healed
Yeah.
the deaf.
The child was surprised by the reaction because they didn't know farts made a sound.
So, yeah, they were...
in the dark.
And as such, it's a wonderful teaching moment, as they say. So she basically put this up on Facebook, like the whole conversation, and yeah, she had to talk to the class and be like, farts make sounds.
Today in deaf school, a sound you've never heard
Yeah,
that you're all making constantly and you need to stop.
But you feel it.
Yeah.
she said it was funny. The students thought it was funny, but it points out to a serious problem faced by the deaf community. I know it started with farts, but the real issue is that many of my students aren't able to learn about these things at home or from their peers because they don't have the same, linguistic access, she said. So basically, she just basically told these kids, like, your farts smell, man.
And are loud.
Totally. I mean, I guess, and plus, I didn't think about this, but I guess she was saying that so many of the students that she deals with, a lot of their families don't sign. They don't sign language, which is weird to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you
because
would
probably a
think
lot of
they'd
them
wanna-
have the cochlear implants. I mean, my guess would be,
Yeah, or they
Like-
could read lips, but it almost sounds like...
yeah. It's
That's
but
pretty cold, I
Yeah,
feel
but
like.
a cochlear implant, you could hear a fart.
you can hear a fart, but maybe if it's young enough, maybe it's just like they can't. I don't know. They're still figuring that stuff out. Like, I don't know what the age is, like when those things get implanted. And they're not talking about this in this particular article, but I've read articles about like the whole deaf community of like some people don't really like the whole cochlear implant thing. They kind of just rather sign. So who knows? But I definitely have heard things like where families just refuse to kind of like learn that stuff.
I've
And
known
depending-
very few deaf people, but I've only ever known the like hyper supportive families that learn to sign because they want to properly communicate with their child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're like
That's
siblings.
what I'm saying in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like how would that kid not even know that? But it's like that goes to tell you, like your parents are probably like, you know what, we'll use technology and teachers to like get them through this, and him or her.
Oh God, that gotta funny to sad twist. I'm just picturing this like lone deaf person farting, not being able to communicate with their parents who don't want to talk to them.
But also, I don't know about you guys, but I've worn my headphones around New York City, and I've let some go and wondered, did people hear that? Was it silent? Was it not?
I guess maybe, I've made that choice. I made my choice to leave my headphones on and just walk through the subway crop dusting like a monster.
I've done that.
Yeah.
But but it's like, maybe if it's like a silent SBD, or if someone's deaf, like that's the thing. I can't even like imagine. Like if you just didn't like, maybe it's just a bodily function. You think your stomach's grumbling, but you don't. Since you don't hear it, you don't think like, oh, it's just
Yeah, you would just be
like an internal burp or something like that.
That kind of tickled my butthole.
Yeah,
That's
like
weird.
there's no like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's just, I just think it's kind of hilarious that like, this woman was like, look, this is something we got to talk about because
real talk,
no
kids.
no one's talking to these kids about this stuff, and like, it's funny, but it's also like it goes to a larger sort of like issue.
Like a whole thing.
Yeah, so which it did go from funny to sad, but it's also like,
what was that?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I thought Star Wars was happening.
Phillip's
Phillip decided to go on a podcast and
Yeah.
didn't turn his phone
he's
on silent.
you guys need a soundtrack to that news story.
It's okay. The deaf people can't hear.
Well,
wah, wah, wah.
Trippiano did quote by saying, she said, and I quote, I would love to see a world where my students can learn about anything from anyone they interact with during their day. And which is not the case for most people. Because most people don't really interact with deaf people.
Yeah.
Like hearing people, like.
Yeah.
So it's a little fascinating, funny, fart-related story. Which is, we mainly do poop stories, but I thought that was we haven't done a fart story in a while.
It's like a
And that
poop
was a
mist.
good
It's
one.
good. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah, it's cute.
And it goes from funny to it's like
Yeah,
it's
but
a
it's-
thinker.
Yeah, it's a nice
A
one.
thinker and a stinker.
Well, it's also like thinking about like like not everybody can hear everything, and
Yeah.
some things you react
Make
differently
sounds.
to.
Yeah.
And I just love the fact that like, oh, farts make sounds.
Yeah.
It's the best. Oh, it's so funny. So anyway, with that little story, Phillip, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
This has been I'm honored to be here.
Well, we're honored to have you.
Oh, stop.
You delivered, my friend.
Yeah, you did.
You had some great stories. Like you're just completely amazing, and just
I want to say I brought the gold, but I was ready to bring the brown.
you brought the brown. Yeah, what gold brown?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. And where can people find you on social media if they do want to?
You can follow my non-poop related art and travels and adventures on my Instagram, Phil with 2 L's, Von Awesome. So PHILLVON awesome.
Excellent.
Because I'm also quite modest,
Oh,
as you can imagine.
And Body Pole, I imagine, is on Instagram. I think I follow you guys.
Yes, body and pole and is spelled out. Everything is, there's no spaces in between it. And you can see all the wild stuff they're doing as well, because it's a pretty cool space.
yeah, it
Excellent.
is.
Yeah.
I love going there.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
It's like sexy workouts.
Well, maybe I have to try one of these workouts one of these days.
Yeah.
I just foresee myself falling from one of those like rings
Apparatus.
right to the floor. Yeah, right to the floor and being like, I'm good.
There's a mat. It's
Okay,
fine.
cool.
Yeah.
That's a mat, something
Yeah.
soft to fall on.
He should be doing ring thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see
Or you
him
can
doing
take
that.
my class. You can take
What's
a
that?
handstand class.
Oh my god, I could do the handstand against the wall, maybe.
That's great.
Okay,
That's
all
it.
right, cool. All right, that's a date.
Yay.
Well, until next time, people.
Yes, happy pooping and toot toot toot.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to Hey Poopy with Dave and Ellen. You can listen to us on platforms like iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, and even YouTube. Subscribe and rate and review and tell all your friends about us.
For more info about Hey Poopy, go to heypoopypodcast.com. You'll find great links on our merch. We have some really cool merch, by the way. Shirts, mugs, cards, bags, all kinds of things. If you have any questions, product reviews you would like us to do, just general emails, you just want to say hello, email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. And you can also go on Instagram and check us out there at Hey Poopy Podcast. You'll see all the fun toilet pics, anything fart and poop related. So if you have any extra submissions you want to show us, or things that you think are funny, just let us know and we'll post it for you.
Theme song by Jordan Pearlson. Hey Poopy.
Oh, that one's gross.
Very wet.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?